What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Nkeng Stevens, aka Mr. We Take Another Shot, and today I'm here for giving us something very interesting. Today I'm here to walk you through the whole process on how I color graded the music video Jalous by Nkeng, which was released recently on YouTube. Plenty video director, colorists reach out to me telling me I should create a tutorials for this look. Okay, so today I'm here to walk you through on how I achieved this particular look, and by the end of today I'll be releasing a free power grade for you guys so you can apply on your projects to achieve the same look. Is this not interesting? Follow me, let's go. So this is the video. I color graded the video in DaVinci Resolve 18 Studio version. Yeah, but you can literally use the beta version, the free version. You still work perfectly well. The concept of this video is a young girl who received a proposal, a marriage proposal from her guy or fiance, and then in the process where she received the proposal, she goes into a trance where she starts imagining, how marriage will look like, the good and the bad times. And that it's the core of the story. And at the end of the day, she denies or she turns down the proposal. So that's basically the concept. The reason why I chose these colors for this video was because, firstly, I wanted to have a very natural color grading. I wanted something where you have every color standing on its place and not too much, something very soft, very mild, something that feels like you, the audience, or you, the person watching, is actually there. So for that, I had to go look for some inspirations. So I got inspired from this video of Victoni. I think it's Victoni Soweto. Actually, I like the way the guy did the color grading. Yes, you could see the blues are actually, pure blue. You can see they're actually blue, like not the cyanish blue, but then the blue. You can see that. Also, you can see that the shadows are really like pure black. And this is what I was going for. This is the kind of color grading I wanted. This is like my inspiration. I didn't want to do the same like this, but I wanted to get inspired from this. So for this video, first of all, I used the DaVinci Wide Gamut Intermediate Timeline Color Space. And then output color space, I left it in Rec 719 Kaba 2.4. The color science, I left it on DaVinci YRGB. So the first thing I did was to, group all the shots. So each shot that is in the same scene, like all these shots I took in the same scene, I grouped them into one group. So for example, these shots are all in one group. These shots are all in one group. These morning shots are all in one group. So you see, like, I grouped all of them in different groups so that it will be easy for me to be consistent in my color grading. So if you also need tutorial on how I do that, on how I do all that process, you also let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do tutorial for that. But for now, let's focus on how I achieved this look. After doing the groups, the first thing I did was to come over the clip under the shots I want to start color grading, and then I did a CST in. In the CST in, obviously the input color space is red wide gamut, red log 3G10, output DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate. For those of you who have been watching my tutorials, you know why I do this. But for those who don't know, just leave a comment below. I'll do a tutorial explaining how I go about that. Under the group post clip, I come over here and I create another CST out, and be very aware of where I place my notes, like where each note comes, because it's very important. So I place it here, and then in this CST out, this is where I converted from DaVinci Wide Gamut, DaVinci Intermediate to Rec 719, and then Senior Film Lock, so that I could apply the LUT from DaVinci. So I applied the DaVinci Resolve Kodak 2383D55 LUT, and I got this. So I'll just place this side by side with my reference image. So looking at this, We are far away from getting here, but not too far, because I can see the blues are kind of even matching. Like this blue, it's not too different, you know. I can see that this red kind of match with this a little, but then I can see that the greens are not actually matching, and also the blacks are not actually matching. So also the skin tone have some issues. So basically, first thing I did was to come under my primary note, and then I kind of bring down the exposure using a highlight. I brought down the highlights, and then also under HDR panel, I brought down the global exposure to -10. So just so I could get more details from my shot. Then the next thing I did, so I created another node before the CST out, and then I call these curves, and under these curves I now try to create some contrast, so that the image could pop a little bit more, and then add a little bit more exposure using contrast. So for example, this is before, it was kind of flat, but then after, we're just popping out the image a little bit more. So the next thing I did was to come over my first note in the beginning of the group section, and then I created a balance tool, like a second balance node, and in this balance node I used a printer light hotkeys to reduce some warmness, because looking at these images I felt like it was a little bit more warm, yellowish, whereas it's more cool here, and then just the skin is standing out. So I had to bring down the warmness in these colors, so I had to take down some yellow and reddish tones, which gives me now these blue cool tones, which is great. But then I have a problem because the blacks are actually turning more blue, and if you look on our reference image, you see that we don't have any blue blacks here. So we have to ensure that we keep our blacks very natural, like our reference image. So to solve the black problems, I created another node which I call blacks, and I just added a pinch of brown on the shadows of this image. So I came over here to my log wheels, and then right here I added some like reddish, just small reddish tone on the shadows under the log wheels, and then I played with the range to ensure that I'm affecting just the darkest points. So you can see this is before, and then this is after, before, after. So I can see now that the blacks are turning pure black. They are not having that weird blue color that was there before. So after adding some warmness into the shadows to make it natural, I then discovered that it's adding that yellow feeling on the image, which is what I don't want. So I now used another node called highlights, where I removed the warmness from the image. So under this node I came to the log wheel, and then I came under the highlights, and then I added some blue, which is opposite of the yellow, just to add some cool tones in the highlights and in the mid highlights of the image. I later created another node that's after the highlights, which I'll call HSL, Hue Saturation Luminance, and under this node I then dial down the saturation and the hues of different colors to match our reference image. So you can see before, after. So you see what I did? So I reduced the saturation of the blues, just to make sure it matches very well. I also came under the warm tones, and then I brought down the saturation a little, and also I came under the hue, and then I played with the grasses and the skin tones. So under the grasses is where the green grass falls. I brought it down a little just to keep that green feeling that we get here, you see. And then under the skin tone I brought it up a little. This is where the skin tone falls, around here. So I brought this up a little so I can get that natural red skin tone line, so it falls on the skin tone line. And also I played with the saturation of this red. I brought the saturation down just so it matches with this, so you can see how this matches with this blue matches with this blue right here, and then the skin actually matches with this skin, right here. I felt like I was, I'm actually on the right spot. Under my clip section, I came over here and then I created a small vignette just to help add in some, some lights, bringing out the faces of my characters. And then on the first note, I just went ahead to reduce noise, just to ensure that everything is clean and crisp, no noise are moving around. So how did I do that? I came under the noise reduction. Under spatial noise, I deactivate the linking tool that links both of these, and then I add the chroma to like 8.5, and then under the temporal noise, I put it to 3 frames, and then I unlink this again, and under the luma, I make it to be like half of what I have here. I discovered that works very well. So this is how I do to get this look. You see, we didn't really do much, but then we thought properly, we thought constructively, and we move with intentions. When you move on with color grade with intentions, you actually get exactly what you want, because you're now having a perfect picture of what you want in your head, and then you move towards that direction, which is very easy. But then when you color without an idea of what you want, you actually just spend a lot more time, looking for what suits the scene, which at the end of the day, you take a lot of time, and then you might not get a very good look, you see. So it's good most of the times to get inspired from what other people have done. You take it and then you blend it with your own style and create your look, which gives you authenticity and originality. So you can see shots like this. On shots like this, I was very keen about her face because she's a girl and she always have to look beautiful. So I just went ahead and used a beauty tool, the beauty tool in DaVinci Resolve. I put it on filter, and then I work on the threshold and the strength just to ensure I'm getting like soft images, but then not too soft, And then I came over here, I create another node and just create like a mask, and then you apply blurriness up to your satisfied just to take away the blemishes, and then you track it so it plays all through the shot. So this is how I achieve this, and I think this feels good, it looks good. Finally, I came over here and then I placed a plugin called Dehancer plugin, the Dehancer Pro 5. And in this plugin, I just went ahead to do some finer touches, adding that halation. See, like before, after. So this added noise, added halation, also added some bloom, just to make things, a little bit soft again, because I wanted that soft, dreamy feeling, the feeling you get when you're dreaming or you're thinking. That kind of feeling, that's what I wanted. So, and that's it for my look. So what do you think about this look? What do you think? Leave a comment below. So I'm going to create power grades for this look. So if you want to use these power grades, you have to ensure that you group your shots. When you group your shots, you come over to the group post clip, and then you place the power grade, this group post clip power grade on it. And then you come over to your clip section, and then you paste this clip power grade on it. And then right over here, you can change under the CST in, you can change your input color space. You could come over to input color space and say, if you shoot with the black magic, for example, you come over and then you just go to whatever Blackmagic camera you used. If it's an RE, you go to, what, RE white gamut, just choose the camera if you're using different cameras, so that this Powergrade should work perfectly for you. So you change the input gamma to the specific camera you used, and then you're going to have something looking like this, and you could go ahead and then just do adjustments the way you want it, the way you like it. It's not about copying what another person has done. It's about being inspired by that person and fine-tuning to get your own look, what represents you, what makes you feel happy. So this is just to help you try to achieve this look. And if you have more questions, you could leave it in the comment section below and I'm going to answer. If you need more tutorials for more explanation on this look, I could go in deep and give you explanations, but for now, just enjoy this one. Thank you guys for watching the video to the end. For those who enjoyed the video, hit the like button and share. Also hit the subscribe button so you can get all notifications when I drop my next tutorials. And always remember, in life, keep taking another shot. My name is Dr. Nkeng Stevens, aka Mr. We Take Another Shot. See you next time. Okay, we take another shot.
I want that boy, we go show me love.